My child, you thought this time would be different. You told yourself this is it, this is the breakthrough. You let yourself hope. You let yourself believe it would finally stabilize. You let yourself imagine a future that didn't require rebuilding. And now you're here again, starting over. You're not just tired. You're tired of beginning from scratch. Tired of rebuilding what you already built once. Tired of learning the same lessons in different packaging. Tired of feeling like progress slips through your hands. You don't even know if you're more discouraged or just numb. I know how exhausting it feels to gather strength for another restart. I know the quiet embarrassment that whispers, "Why am I here again?" I know the frustration of telling yourself you wouldn't repeat this. I know the heaviness of watching others move forward while you feel reset. But listen carefully. Starting over is not the same as starting from nothing. You are not where you were before, even if the situation looks familiar. James 1:4 says, "Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." This verse is teaching you something deeper than endurance. Perseverance is not punishment. It is formation. The true meaning of this verse is that repetition is not wasted. When you face another setback, it is not proof that you failed. It is proof that growth is still being shaped. You think starting over means you lost everything, but you did not lose what was built inside you. You may have lost the position, the relationship, the opportunity, the momentum, but you did not lose the wisdom. You did not lose the resilience. You did not lose the maturity that came through the last round. This time feels similar, but you are different. Romans 5:3-4 says, "We rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance character, and character hope." This verse is teaching you that setbacks are not empty. They produce something: perseverance, character, hope. You think hope disappears when things collapse. But hope built through perseverance is stronger than hope built through ease. When you succeed easily, your confidence rests in circumstance. When you endure setbacks, your confidence shifts to me. Character is not formed in uninterrupted progress. It is formed in tension, in disappointment, in the quiet choice to try again when you could quit. You feel like you are behind. But what if this restart is refining you instead of reducing you? What if the repetition is not regression, but reinforcement? Some of you think, "I can't keep doing this," and you're right. You cannot do it alone. That's why I never asked you to. Isaiah 43:2 says, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned." Notice what I did not say. I did not say you would never pass through waters. I did not say you would never walk through fire. I said when. The true meaning of this verse is presence in repetition. You may pass through similar terrain more than once, but you do not pass through it alone, and you do not pass through it unchanged. You thought this time would be different. In some ways it is, because this time you see more clearly. This time you recognize patterns faster. This time you ask deeper questions. This time you lean on me sooner. You think starting over means you failed the test, but sometimes starting over means I am redirecting you. Sometimes I allow what feels like loss to prevent a greater loss you cannot see. Sometimes what collapses was never meant to carry your future. You mourn what ended, and that mourning is valid. But do not confuse ending with abandonment. I am not surprised by where you stand. I am not frustrated that you are here again. I am not disappointed that it didn't unfold the way you hoped. I am shaping endurance inside you. Endurance that will outlast circumstances. Endurance that will sustain you when ease disappears. Galatians 6:9 says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up." This verse is teaching you that fatigue does not cancel promise. You are allowed to feel tired, but tired does not mean finished. Weary does not mean disqualified. The harvest is connected to perseverance, not perfection. You are measuring your life by visible results. I am measuring it by faithfulness. You think, "I'm back at the beginning," but you are not. You are beginning again with more wisdom, more awareness, more humility, more dependence on me. The first time you relied on your strength. This time you are learning to rely on mine. The first time you were surprised by the setback. This time you are steadier, even in disappointment. Starting over feels humiliating, but humility is not humiliation. Humility is alignment. It is remembering you are not self-sufficient. It is remembering that your identity is not tied to uninterrupted success. You are not defined by how many times you restart. You are defined by who walks with you through it, and I am still here. You are not the only one who has faced repeated struggle. Many of my people walked in circles before stepping into promise. Delay is not denial. Repetition is not rejection. Sometimes the restart is preparation. Sometimes the closed door is protection. Sometimes the collapse is construction in disguise. You cannot see the full pattern yet, but I can. And I am not wasting your effort. Nothing you learned is lost. Nothing you endured is meaningless. Nothing you rebuilt is erased. Every setback has carved something stronger inside you. You thought this time would be different. In some ways, it is not. You still feel disappointment. You still feel fatigue, but in deeper ways, it is different. You are not as fragile as you once were. You are not as naive. You are not as dependent on outcome for identity. You are growing roots that storms cannot uproot easily. You feel like giving up, but you haven't, and that matters. Every time you choose to try again, you strengthen endurance. Every time you trust me again, you deepen faith. Every time you begin again, you declare that failure does not own you. You are tired of starting over. I know, but starting over does not mean starting alone, and it does not mean starting empty. You are carrying strength you did not have before, wisdom you did not possess before, discernment you did not practice before. This restart may not look glamorous, but it is sacred, because it is another opportunity for trust, another opportunity for growth, another opportunity to see that your life is not built on uninterrupted success, but on sustained faith. You may not understand why this keeps happening, but you will see in time that repetition refined you, not ruined you, my child. You are not trapped in a loop. You are walking through layers, and each layer is strengthening you. You thought this time would be different. Maybe it is different in ways you cannot yet see. You are not starting from scratch. You are starting from experience, from resilience, from deeper dependence on me. You are tired, and I see that, but do not mistake tiredness for defeat. Rest if you need to. Grieve what you lost, but do not give up, because I am not done, and the story is not over. Starting over does not mean you failed. It means you are still in motion, and I am still with you,